Dr. Bhyana, Dr. Agarwal, and dear colleagues. We have started with the innovations. We have started with the innovation in the pharma industry. Then we talk about the hypertension, innovation in cardiovascular disease. These looks quite new diseases. If you talk about tuberculosis, we know about the disease 1,000 years back. We know each and everything about the disease, how it occurs. We have drugs which were almost capable of killing 100%, curing the disease. But look at the result. As you have told, Dr. Bhyana is seeing the maximum number of TB patients. Believe me, if you start talking about the number of TB patients, the figure will go so high that everybody is seeing a lot of TB patients. Why it is so? In spite of having everything, still we are not able to treat or control tuberculosis. The reason is, if something is controllable, then probably we don't need advances. It means something is grossly wrong with our existing system. Either we don't have effective drugs, we disagree, we have effective drugs. We don't have a good delivery system. DOTS is there. DOTS is not a drug, it's a delivery system. Right? Delivery system has changed. But imagine we are having a good new fighter plane, Sukhoi, MiG-29, MiG-21. If we are having so much of a good technology, but somebody is sitting in a MiG-29 on a Sukhoi with a 303 gun, right? The delivery system has improved, but we are still dealing with the drug rifampicin. As Dr. Agarwal told, it came into existence in 1962. I cannot forget this date because the same year I was born. Believe me, now I am 53-year-old, right? Rifampicin is still single. Now I am married. My son is of a marriageable age, but rifampicin is still moving singly. Nobody has come to help her, right? Now, within 4 or 5 years, we have some partner for rifampicin also. So she has got a new lease of life, I believe. If everything is under control, then probably we don't need advancement. He has rightly told Dr. Agarwal, if you go by the Government of India figures, they says 900 innocent Indians die each day. Imagine 900 means one individual innocent Indian is dying each minute due to not his fault, due to a disease, tuberculosis, which is almost, I'm using almost 100% curable. Right? We have a very high mortality. The aim is to decrease mortality. Dr. Harshvardhan, the ex-health minister, has mentioned in IUTLD meeting in Spain that probably we want to control tuberculosis in 2019. I don't think so. Because when I joined my MD, I thought probably in my lifetime, we will not able to teach TB. My degree will get waste. Right? But still, if you look at the number of cases, the new XDR, MDR, TDR, there are things developing. Few years back, I was very confident that any moment I used to diagnose a new case of tuberculosis, I was confident. कोई चिंता वाली बात नहीं, तुम ठीक हो जाओगे. But now even my confidence never has shattered. Even I am not sure whether this patient will respond or not respond. So, what are the things where we can do advancement? One is, if we will have a better and shorter treatment. Somebody has to take treatment for 6 to 9 months. Believe me, it's impossible. I will ask you honestly a simple question. You must have taken metronidazole in your life. We know it has to be taken 3 times a day for 5 days. How many have completed all the 15 dosages? Tell me honestly. Probably none. How, if we cannot take our drugs regularly for 5 days, how can we expect from our patient to take 6 to 9 month treatment? It's a long, tedious procedure. Especially when patient becomes symptom-free within 6 to 8 weeks. If he is not having any symptom, it's very difficult to tell him to take medicine. But if we will have a better and shorter treatments, probably this problem will be taken care of. And affordable care. Again, this is important. It looks very simple. Sometimes for patient, earning is more important than buying a drug. The drugs has to be affordable, only then the patient will be able to take them. We should have a novel diagnostic. We all know, as a TB specialist or working in the TB field, the gold standard of diagnosis is still culture. And culture used to take 6 to 8 weeks to make a diagnosis. If somebody comes to you and you have put a culture, वो बोले मेरा diagnose कब मिलेगा, 6 हफ्ते बाद आना या 8 हफ्ते बाद आना, तो nobody will comes to you for that. We need definitely a novel diagnostic approach, and prevention is important in each and every part. If you look at a one person who is sputum positive, if you will have just one bout of cough, he will discharge around 3000 bacilli. And if you talk to him for 5 minutes, he will discharge around 3500 bacilli. And how many bacilli are required to cause tuberculosis? If you are talking to a TB patient, believe me, physician will inhale at least 1000 bacilli of TB bacilli, just talking to the patient. If you will count number of bacilli which I have inhaled for working in the TB hospital for 25 years, they will not in millions, they will be in trillions. So, we will talk about the advancement. We will start with the other way around. Like in cardiac, you talk about the prevention. I will first talk about the treatment. Then we will talk about diagnostic and prevention. There is a reason why I am going other way around. We need an advancement. We will discuss about the advancement in drug-resistant tuberculosis, new drugs and regimens, drug-susceptible tuberculosis, diagnostic, and prevention. Why we need new drugs? Because new drugs can shorten and simplify the current treatment. They should be treatment for MDR and XDR tuberculosis. They can be co-administered with the ART, as well as if we will have a treatment for latent tuberculosis, probably our problem will be solved. This is an interesting picture. What have you noticed? A nice, beautiful girl with a Glamour magazine. Has anybody has noticed my photograph in the Glamour magazine? No. Why you have not noticed? Because if you are going to buy a Glamour magazine, you will see the cover. Because I am not sellable, you will not buy a Glamour magazine if you have that photograph of mine. That is the reason why the innovations are not occurring in field of tuberculosis, because tuberculosis market is not in the influential societies. It's in the poor country disease somehow. It is considered. I little bit disagree, because it can occur in rich and poor also, right? But still it is considered as a major problem for the poor people. That's why new innovations are not occurred, but believe me, they have started occurring by the Cadla, but they started quite late, I believe. Right? For 50 years, there was nothing was there to talk about innovations. Mantoux test, we were talking, BCG vaccination, so old, we have not added any innovation in field of tuberculosis. Why? Why we were not having the infrastructure is inadequate in the countries where TB is burden. Very long approval time for drug trials. You know that a new drug has to come, it takes 8 to 12 years. And if one drug will come 8 to 12 years, we are not going to use a single drug in tuberculosis. We are using drugs in a combination. So 4 drugs mean probably the trial will run up to 30 years. Only then we will come with this thing. Now the open drug policy has come. Now it is the only disease where combination trials has been recommended, that combination trials can be done. Very few know about the general good clinician practice guideline for the trials, lack of good labs. Still, when WHO wanted to start a drug-resistant TB control program in India, they surveyed all the labs and they were very shocked. They couldn't find, still they says, according to WHO, no private lab in India is reliable for sensitivity purposes. So they have decided to make one reference lab in each state which will fulfill that WHO criteria. So in our country, we still don't have more than 20 labs for drug sensitivity, and these 20 labs have just come in around 2-3 years only. And we are honored to have a national reference lab. Our institute has a national reference lab for drug sensitivity, tuberculosis. If you look at the number of drugs developing, they go into 390 for commerce, Dr. Chaturvedi, 146 cardiac, and only 6 drugs were in pipeline for tuberculosis. Look at the difference. Probably, I agree, Dr. Agarwal told me that it's a disease of old disease hypertension. But believe me, tuberculosis is a disease of 0 to old. Even he must be doing a cardiology practice, but believe me, he must be seeing 1 or 2 TB patient every week, right? Even if you are working in a pediatrics, you are going to see few TB patient. If you are working in a gynae department, you are going to see TB patient. If you are working in the ENT, eye, skin, everywhere you are going to see TB patients. And if you look at the number of companies, again, I'm not taunting you, sir. There are 82 companies which are working on a new cardiology drugs, including Cadila, and there are only 12 companies which are working for the new development of TB drugs. And if you look at the burden disability adjusted here, it is quite high in tuberculosis. So if we'll talk about the new drugs, this names to the TB specialists will not look little bit awkward. For believe me, who are the cardiologists, they will look total Latin or France. So I will just go very briefly with this point. I will start with the Bidalaquin because this drug has been approved by the USA FDA in 2012. It acts on inhibit ATP synthase. We have a Delaminid. Delaminid has been approved by the European Union with the tag that it should be used in specific indication where other drugs are not acting. Only these two drugs has been approved by some good authorities. A lot of work has been working on SQ109, which is an analog of ethambutol, and there's a one-tongue sotalolzid, which is linezolid derivative, and PA824 is a very new promising drugs. These are on the pipeline in the international scenario. Bidalaquin has been approved and it has been marketed now in USA FDA. It has to be given for 6 months. You have to give 400 milligram daily for 2 weeks and 3 times for 22 weeks, right? If we'll have a question answer session, only then I will disclose the cost of this drug, okay? Otherwise, I don't want to disclose because half of them will go out why we are talking about this drug when the cost is so high. It might be low. If you'll ask me only, then I will disclose it, okay? It shortens the time to culture conversion, agree? It doesn't have any cross-resistant with ethambutol, pyrazinamide, moxifloxacin, amikacin, and streptomycin. It's still not been approved in India, neither in Europe, but it has been approved by FDA in USA. It definitely causes cardiac problem. Again, we have to see the cardiologist's opinion also. One has to monitor ECG in the liver function test, but no adverse drug interaction with other anti-TB drugs. They found mortality was higher when we used this drug. So, it is not a very absolutely safe drugs. Should be used only when an effective treatment regimen cannot be otherwise provided. There are few trials are running in the world. They are very promising trial. I will not go into details where Bidalaquin has been used because it has been already approved, and moxifloxacin, PA824 and pyrazinamide. These are very promising results. They says the treatment of MDR tuberculosis will become of 6 months and drug sensitive will become of 2 months. Believe me, they are under trials. Don't take it as a words. Delaminate, it is approved by European Union in November 2013 for treatment of MDR tuberculosis in adult. Recommended dosage is 100 milligram BD for 24 weeks. Sputum conversion is very high, undergoing phase 3 trials in USA now. Sotalolzid, it's a linezolid analog, better antimicrobial activity and improved safety profile than linezolid. No drug interaction with the antiretrovirals. It has a potential to shorten the treatment duration. Again, it is in the phase 2 trials. It means probably it will take 5 years more to come into the market. SQ109, it's the analog of ethambutol, active against drug susceptible as well as multiple drug resistant bacilli. Early bactericidal action, faster sputum conversion, that's what we need. Synergistic action with the INH. Somebody has asked me what is different between synergistic and additive. Anybody can understand what is different between synergistic and additive? I can give you a very simple example. 1 plus 1 become 2, right? That we call simple addition. There was one race of bulls in UK. The bull who pulled up maximum weight was 9,000 pounds. He was declared as a winner. So there was a plan for a second winner. He pulled around 8,900 pounds. So somebody thought if they will put together in the same cart, how much they will able to pull. Somebody says probably they will not able to put more than 14,000 pounds. Somebody says combine them, 18,000. When they were pulled together, put in a cart together, they were able to pull 26,000 pounds. बड़ी पुरानी कहावत है हमारे यहाँ, एक और एक 11. ठीक है, यही कई बार पोलीकैप में भी शायद चलता है, एक और एक 11 हो जाता है. ठीक है, दैट इज synergistic action. So it has a synergistic action with NH. If it will combine with these drugs, the action of other drugs also become not double, it become more. It has a low bacterial mutation rate. This is again very important if you are talking about MDR tuberculosis. Currently undergoing phase 3 clinical trials. So these are the few drugs, not much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can count on the figures, right? PA824, it has been now named Pretonamide. Around few months back, we used to call it only as a PA824. It is a potent bactericidal and sterilizing action, safe, well tolerated at 100 to 200 milligram dose. It has again synergism with moxifloxacin and paracetamol. Again, I am using word synergism. I am not using additive effect. Its potential to shorten the treatment. No significant cytochrome P450 interaction. Useful option for patient on co-infected with HIV and TB. It's again going into the phase 2B trial. Moxifloxacin. There was a huge hope from this drug. Apart from the MDR tuberculosis, role of moxifloxacin is being investigated in the treatment of drug sensitivity, TB, to shorten the treatment as an alternative to INHR ethambutol, where INHR or ethambutol is not tolerated to the patient. The aim was to shorten the duration of treatment to 4 months. This was the most, REMOX trial is supposed to be the most robust trial which has been done for tuberculosis. We were quite hopeful. There were 47 sites, including 9 countries, including India also. Ultimately, this trial result ultimately has concluded that moxifloxacin containing regime has better bactericidal activity, agree, than the standard control agreement. But it cannot shorten the treatment to 4 months, right? Still, so the hope again was with the moxifloxacin that probably it will be used to cut down the treatment period, and it didn't work. So they still say 6 months is a minimum duration of treatment as a gold standard till now. We don't know what about the other trials, because in initial stage the REMOX trial was showing an early bactericidal effect, and we were very hopeful that probably we will be able to say that with adding moxifloxacin the duration of treatment will be shortened. So we don't know about the the other trials which we have discussed. They are still under trial stage. So we can remove it because this trial has not been good. There's a one very good trial is going on, STAND. STAND means shortening treatment by advancing novel drugs. They says if a combination PA824 we have talked, moxifloxacin and paracetamol are combined, this is the first trial to test a common regimen for drug sensitivities as well as drug resistant. Right? If this trial will be successful, then they says instead of taking 14,000 pills for MDR tuberculosis, you need to take only 360 pills. One has to take injection for 6 months. For this regimen, you don't need to take any injection. The cost of therapy, the total volume of the drugs will be 97% less, and the cost of therapy, they says, it will be 90% less. So again, this is under by the TB Alliance. This trial is underway. We don't know how much will be the result, but till now, till second B stage, it's showing a very good result. If this trial will be successful, probably we will see in our lifetime same drugs for MDR and drug-resistant tuberculosis, and patients are getting cured within 4 to 6 months, even 6 month MDR tuberculosis. The moment rifampicin came into the picture, again, I am repeating, sir, it was 1962 only. The first impact was adding rifampicin mean the word short course chemotherapy came into existence. Short course mean anything less than 1 year was labeled as a short course. Before that, the treatment of tuberculosis used to run for minimum 12 to 18 months. We were living in the era of streptomycin antigen pass. Streptomycin came into 1944. Right. That was the only drugs which has shortened the treatment. After that, we have not got any drug which has really shortened the treatment, because we are still using short course chemotherapy. We are not using shortest chemotherapy. We are still not reached that stage. But rifampicin has got few limitations. You are using it day in, day out. You know that rifampicin has a few problems. One is low and variable bioavailability. They say the bioavailability of rifampicin start declining within a 1 week. It keep declining 4 weeks, 6 weeks, or 8 weeks. I intentionally removed that slide of showing the bioavailability. I thought, because the audience will be mixed, few cardiologists, and what the cardiologist will think about talking about bioavailability of rifampicin. He says, why should I bother about bioavailability of rifampicin? If bioavailability is low, it means we are having a subtherapeutic serum rifampicin level. Level of rifampicin in the blood will be low. If bacteria will be fed with the rifampicin with a low concentration, they will love it. After some time, they will develop resistance. That is the problem with rifampicin if we are having a low bioavailability. We talk about the reason of MDR tuberculosis. There are a number of reasons. Patient is not compliant, drugs of this and this and this and this. These are known causes. Somehow, unknowingly, patient is going into MDR tuberculosis. Because as a physician, we have prescribed a very right dose, depending on the body weight. But bioavailability is the concentration of drug which is reaching as the desired site. In spite of patient was taking in the full dose, but drug was not reaching in the right concentration at desired site. And rifampicin has a GI and the hepatic tolerance. If patient will keep on operating with rifampicin, how you can achieve the bioavailability if you are given the right dose also? And hepatic intolerance is a big issue with rifampicin. And it has a multiple adverse drug-drug interaction. If you will start remembering for PG, as a PG, it was very difficult for me to remember each and every drug interaction of rifampicin. And if you will ask me today also, probably I will able to enumerate few, and I will start counting on my fingers what more drugs which has been left. Believe me, but it interacts with lot of drugs. So, slow response. If the patient will have a vomiting, he will not take medicine. Right? If patient will not have a vomiting, the compliance will definitely improve. So, inhibition of cytochrome P450 enzyme and prevention of overexpression of PGP helps in maintaining the serum rifampicin level, improve response, and reduce GIT effect. Piperine as a bioenhancer. Bioenhancer is not a new term. It is widely used in HIV drugs all over the world. What is a bioenhancer? A small drug is added in a very small quantity which enhances the effect of other drug. Piperine has been extracted from Piperlogum. It inhibits cytochrome 450 enzyme and prevent overexpression of the PGPB. It means it ensured high and sustained rifampicin level. Like in other rifampicin which is without piperine, the bioavailability goes down. When it is combined with piperine, the bioavailability level they sustain for a longer period of time. The trials has shown that sputum conversion rifampicin plus piperine is higher than a rifampicin. It reduces the GIT side effect. These studies has been done by the joint research by CSIR. As Modi has said, this is the piperine is the product which is made in India. It is a patent of CSRI, which has been shared by Cadla. Cadla is paying a royalty for this thing. This is not something which has come into the commercial market. It is not something pharma push drug. Rather, it is a research product of India. काली मर्च के लिए तो अंग्रेज आए थे, ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी, जिससे इंडिया गुलाम हुआ था. Probably we have a chance. Now we can rule the world by. This patent has been registered by CSR, and this piperine has been used in lot of other drugs. In UK, it is combined with the B complexes and other drugs also. It has been approved by Drug Controller of India in 2009. If you will compare conventional rifampicin versus Rizorin, serum rifampicin levels in conventional rifampicin are low or variable. In Rizorin, they are high and sustainable. GI tolerance with the conventional rifampicin is low, poor, nausea, vomiting. As we all know, it is less with rizorin. I'm not saying that it's zero. Risk of hepatitis is very high with rifampicin as compared to rizorin. Treatment adherence is low with rifampicin, it's high with rizorin. Rizorin clinical efficacy as per as a standard regimen. There are definitely rizorin benefits, rizorin regimen. Minimize risk of development of drug resistance. So it's a total win-win situation. It's the preferred choice in treatment of drug susceptible pulmonary extrapulmonary tuberculosis, particularly in condition known to decrease rifampicin absorptions. Patients who are not likely to tolerate 450 milligram of rifampicin. It's the ideal switchover therapy for patients who develop intolerable GIT side effects or hepatotoxicity with conventional 450 dose of rifampicin. It is a useful option in a patient at high risk of developing drug-induced hepatitis like alcoholics, elderly, malnourished, hepatitis B and hepatitis C patients. Right? So I have just finished with the advancement in treatment part. Intentionally I thought probably few will get sleepy, so they will not keep themselves awake till we'll talk about the TB diagnostic. But I'm seeing that majority of you're not feeling sleepy, right? So we will talk about diagnostic also. As a national program, and most of the physicians, they still rely on the sputum microscopy. It's the primary means of diagnosis in a resource-constrained country. That's why it has been included in National TB Control Program. Microscopy is cheap, but only detects only half of our TB patient. If you will totally rely on sputum examination, you will miss 50% patient of tuberculosis. It has a low sensitivity. You need to have a 5,000 to 10,000 AFB per ml to detect TB on a sputum microscopy. As with HIV, we know even HIV patient, if they have tuberculosis, there are very high chances they will be sputum negative. So it further reduces sensitivity. Non-cavity disease with the lower number of bacteria in sputum, because only cavity will produce 10 to raise to power 6 bacteria. If the region is non-cavitatory, sputum will not come. And if you talk about extrapulmonary tuberculosis, especially cardiology, pericardial effusion, so if you are thinking that you will able to see AFB baseline on drug smear, sir, how many you have seen on a drug smear? Nil. He says big zero, right? Even as a respiratory physician, if we'll try a pleural tap, how many are able to see AFB baseline? Probably less than 5% is the figure, right? So it's not possible to totally rely on smear examination. And the problem is it's stained both live and dead bacilli. If the patient is on treatment, bacteria become dead. They will keep on coming in sputum. And if you will judge your treatment on a sputum examination, you might do mistakes. It cannot differentiate between tuberculosis bacilli from other bacteria, other mycobacterium. Now MOT is again coming in a big way in India. The laboratory issues, we know that gold standard for culture, then why we are not personalizing culture? They say there are no reliable laboratories in India. Believe me, all the private labs have been rejected by WHO. In vitro result may not match in vivo observation. This is very common. You are finding MDR tuberculosis, the patient is improving. And you are seeing patient is not improving. You are getting a drug sensitivity result. It's showing sensitivity to all the drugs. It's so common with us. Lack of reporting of level of resistance. They don't talk about low resistant or high resistant. Good drug may be missed. Again, no standard procedure has been developed for pyrazinamide sensitivity. And they says if some lab is reporting pyrazinamide sensitivity, it means probably that lab is not very reliable. Culture, we know that it's more sensitive than the smear. We have discussed it take around 6 to 8 weeks. We cannot rely on a culture for a diagnostic purpose, right? Now we have a better culture method, MGIT method, LP and NAT. Problem we have discussed, it take long time. If one has to go for a sensitivity for first line and second line drugs, it means you have to wait for minimum 3 months. And within 3 months, the bacteria can cause havoc. You can lose your patient. You can't wait for sensitivity result for 3 months. Now we have a Bactec, MGIT, Bacterial Art. I will not go into is a microbacterial growth inhibitor tube method. 960 they called it because 960 tests can be put on a single. Results are available in 10 days, right? We have a line probe assay. Result is available in 72 hours. It tells about the MDR, rifampicin, and as assistant. We have a automated NAT, which is Gene Expert. This is talking about LPA. Gene Expert sample report come in within 2 to 2.5 hours, right? Quantifront Gold or IGRAS, this is something which has really come into the picture. It is nothing but a Montu test in a test tube. It will tell you about the infection. It will never tell you about the disease, right? So, it will tell you about the latent infection, not about the active tuberculosis. Serological test. This is the only thing WHO first time came for the negative guideline. They said it should not be done at all for any purpose, neither for diagnostic or prognostic purpose. That's why Health Ministry and the Drug Control of India have banned import and sale of TB serological test. Now it is banned in India to go for ELISA IgM or IgG for tuberculosis. Vaccination, long back, Chingleput trial, when we were kids, right? It has been declared failure. They says it has no role in prevention of pulmonary tuberculosis, neither in children nor in adults, right? In children below 6 years, it has a role in prevention of extrapulmonary tuberculosis. That is authentic statement which has been given around 50 years back. It still hold good. But still it is a part of national TB program. At least it have a preventive role in extrapulmonary tuberculosis in children below 6 years. Believe me, it has never shown any protective role against pulmonary tuberculosis, neither in children nor in adults. Now, a lot of work has been people are working on the prevention of tuberculosis. There are few vaccine, probably they will come into the market, I don't know. They are in phase 2 trials, ERAS 402 and MV 851. But still, it will take long time. So, I will not take long. Despite all advances, TB still remains a major challenge, all agree. Rapid diagnostic TB is possible by Gene Expert. You will be totally amazed. First Gene Expert was installed in which part of country? Anybody? It was installed in American Embassy. Anybody who was applying for visa, they used to chat for sputum and get the report in 2 hours. The second place was our institute. And in our institute, it was donated by Bill Gates. We, Indian government cannot afford. But now, their plan is to have one Gene Expert instrument in each and every state of our country, right? New drugs have potential to improve outcome in MD or tuberculosis, but how much they will be reliable, how much time they will take, it's still questionable, right? For treatment of drug-sensitive tuberculosis, we should use drugs, Rizorin-like, which offers an equally effective but better tolerated option than a conventional rifampicin. So I am waiting for a day where all the glamour magazine will have my picture and you will buy them.